In this video, we're going to talk about the Greenland Sea, a truly massive, mysterious body of water way up in the high Arctic. I mean, we're talking about one of the most extreme environments on the entire planet. It's holding some incredible secrets, from its icy surface all the way down to its dark, totally unexplored depths. So, what is it that makes this remote sea so fascinating? Alright, so let's dive right in. We're going to take a journey starting from that familiar icy surface and go all the way down to the seafloor to see what secrets we can uncover. Okay, first things first. Let's get our bearings, We need to wrap our heads around the sheer scale of this place. So you can see here the Greenland Sea is this critical gateway. You've got the Arctic Ocean up to the north, the Norwegian Sea to the south, and that makes it this major channel, kind of like a superhighway, connecting the polar region with all the other oceans of the world. And when I say immense, I mean it. It covers about 1.2 million square kilometers. Now, to put that into perspective for you, that's roughly the size of France and Spain combined. Just massive. And get this, that massive area holds an even more staggering volume of water. We're talking 1.6 million cubic kilometers. It's almost impossible to even picture that much water all in one place. Just incredible. But this sea is anything but static. It's actually a dynamic battleground, a clash of powerful forces that literally help shape our entire planet's climate. So you've got these two major currents that are just colliding right here. On one side, the warm West Spitsbergen current is pushing north out of the Atlantic. And on the other, you have the frigid East Greenland current flowing south. And it's carrying, get this, about 90% of all the sea ice that gets exported from the Arctic. This constant thermal tug-of-war, it's a critical engine for the world's ocean circulation, and it influences climate way, way beyond just the Arctic. So, here's the crucial point. Despite all that warmer water coming in, the Greenland Sea is just profoundly cold. The surface temperatures, they never rise above freezing. I mean, think about that for a second. Even on its warmest days, it's still below zero. Wild. And this sea isn't just wide, it's also incredibly deep. I mean, it plunges from an average depth of over 1,400 meters down to a maximum depth of over 5,600 meters in some spots. But to give you an idea, that deepest point is taller than any mountain in the contiguous United States. It's just a massive chasm. So with an environment this harsh, you've got to be wondering, right? What kind of life could possibly survive here? Well, let's take a look at the incredible creatures that actually call this place home. Way back when, early explorers imagined the sea was just filled with monsters. And while, we haven't found any flying turtles just yet, the real animals here are every bit as fascinating. And honestly, in some ways, they're even more unbelievable. So this sea is an absolutely critical habitat for mammals. You got the super unique hooded seal, that's the one with the inflatable sac on its head, and it's a vital feeding ground for so many endangered whale species. We're talking the magnificent blue whale, literally the largest animal on Earth. The sheer number of these endangered giants that rely on this area, it really tells you just how special and how fragile this whole ecosystem is. But all the life we talked about so far, that's just what's near the surface. So what happens when we leave the sunlight completely behind and descend into the crushing, permanent darkness of the deep sea? To understand life way down there, we need a new word, chemosynthesis. See, most life on Earth, right, it relies on photosynthesis, using sunlight for energy. But way down in the deep, some organisms have evolved to use chemicals as their fuel source instead of sunlight. It's a whole different rule book for life. And check this out. In a really remarkable discovery, researchers found this bustling community of snails, worms, and clams almost 3,700 meters down. And they're surviving entirely on toxic chemicals that are seeping from the seafloor. It's like a completely alien world thriving in conditions that would be totally lethal to us. And it's not just unique life down there in the deep. It also holds potential resources. Some studies are suggesting that the continental shelf here might contain vast undiscovered oil and gas reserves. And that, of course, places this incredibly remote region right at the center of some big future conversations about resources. But the forces shaping this sea aren't just happening deep underground. Nope, the whole region is incredibly dynamic and sometimes pretty dangerous, especially as it starts to feel the effects of our changing climate. Just recently, we saw the impact of this melting ice in a super dramatic way. A collapsing glacier triggered a massive landslide. That landslide created a 200-meter-high mega-tsunami in a fjord right nearby, and it sent these giant waves racing out into the Greenland Sea. Let me say that again, a 200-meter high wave. That's as tall as a 50-story building. Just a raw, incredible display of nature's power, unleashed by a warming planet. So, let's just recap some of these incredible facts. This sea is a place of unbelievable extremes, from warming 10 times faster than the global average, to old maps showing flying turtles. I mean, come on. It's home to the hooded seal with its crazy inflatable head, it's seen a tsunami as tall as a skyscraper, and its deepest ecosystems literally survive on toxic chemicals instead of sunlight. It's just a world of contradictions. Alright, that is it for this video, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.